Hello, good evening, and welcome to my channel. My name is Brigitta, and I am really proud to share with you this practice today. It's for after the work day, and especially for those days when we had some stressful events throughout the day and you feel everything so much in the shoulders and the whole body is really tensed. So this yoga stretch practice will help you to release this and prepare you for the bedtime. Okay, right, we begin. Oh, actually we will need the blanket and the strap, and if you don't have a strap, the belt or scarf will do just finely. So go ahead and come onto your knees, tuck your toes under and sit back onto your heels. So we're beginning by stretching the backs of the feet, and take the strap and we will just do a few rolls and opening the chest with the strap. Inhale and lift up and behind. It's a great stretch, especially for those who are sitting all day at the desk with the heads down at the computer. So it's great shoulder and chest opener, especially if we hold a lot of tension in our shoulders. This practice, this stretch is actually really beneficial to open. Just synchronize with your breath. Taking really deep breaths. So slowing everything down. The day is gone, the day is done. All the works are done. It doesn't matter what the outcome is. It's knowing that you did your best. That's all it matters. And then go ahead and raise over your head and draw the left hand down. So just opening the right side, the right hand stretching up to the sky. And slowly lower the right hand, left hand up to the sky. Keep pulling the strap on each side. And just a few more times like this. You might notice the feet are starting to scream a little bit. So just lift your hips higher, just to release the weight. Very good, and bring it behind one more time and slowly lower it down. You can push the strap to the side. Take your hands in front and shift your hips forward. Just release the feet, shake them. And go ahead, tuck your toes under and shift back to downward facing dog. Stretch the hamstrings and the calves. Take your left hand and bring it across to the right calf or the thigh. And twist, look up. Keep lifting the right armpit away from the floor. And then slowly bring it back, just switch side. Bring the right hand across to the left calf or thigh. And inhale, bring it back. Look forward, step your right foot to the outside of the right hand. And slowly lower the back knee down. And you can take actually the blanket and place under your left knee just to pad. So this lizard pose is very beneficial for opening the hips, especially after sitting all day. And if it's here where you are, you can stay here, or you can experiment by bringing the forearms down to the floor and just breathe. And slowly place both hands down. Lift the back knee, shift back to downward facing dog. And inhale, bring the left foot forward to the outside of the left hand and place the right knee down. You may notice as well that one side is more open than the other. It's totally normal. So just be mindful with this. I will stay here on the side. I'm not gonna go all the way down onto forearms, just because the side for me is a little tighter than the other. Very good. And slowly walk your foot back to the center and shift back to downward facing dog. Inhale, look ahead. Step your right foot in between your hands. Lower the back knee. Inhale, look up and come into Anjaneyasana, low lunge. Lift the hands up over the head and place the hands down. Shift your hips back. Come into runner's lunge. Lift the chest. So just stretching the backs of the hamstrings. Inhale, shift your hips forward. Step back to downward facing dog. Step your left foot in between the hands and place the back knee down, look up. And come into Anjaneyasana on this side. Exhale, hands down and shift your hips back. Runner's lunge. Inhale, shift your hips forward and shift back, downward facing dog. And you can move the blanket out to the side and step your right foot in between the hands and turn both feet to face the front, the edge of the mat. Turn the toes slightly in. Take your hands on the hips. Inhale, lengthen, and exhale, fold. Keep your legs engaged and strong. Inhale, lengthen, and exhale, fold. And then see if you can touch the floor with your hands, or otherwise keep your hands on your hips. And inhale, come up and slowly walk your hands over to the front. Frame your foot and shift back to downward facing dog. Inhale, look ahead and step your right foot in between the hands, come into crescent. Hold your left wrist and sway to your right. Very nice left hip flexor stretch. Inhale back to center. Lower your hands and step back to downward facing dog. Step your left foot forward, come into crescent. Hold your right wrist and sway to your left. Inhale back to center. Exhale, hands down. Step back to downward facing dog. And breathe here. Lower both knees. And bring the right knee forward and the left knee behind. Open your feet and sit your hips back. Coming into Gamukasana, which is cow face. And you can slightly pull and push each of the knees just to align. Take your hands behind, lift the chest. And slowly take your hands forward if you can. Shift your hips forward and let's switch sides. Take the left knee in front and the right knee behind the left and sit back. You might also want, just to make sure that both sit bones are onto the earth, you can actually bring the blanket and place under, just for elevation. Take your hands behind, lift the chest. And exhale, slowly bring your hands forward and fold. And slowly walk your hands back and shift your hips forward. Come sitting down and extend both of your feet. Now bend the right knee and open the knee out to the right side and bring the knee, if you can, behind your hip. The sole of the foot to the inside of the left leg. And go ahead, twist to that extended left leg. And inhale, lengthen the spine, and exhale, fold. And you can also take the strap and place on the ball of the foot to help the hinge at the hip. Just make sure you're hinging at the hip and not your spine. You can also take the left hand out to the left side and pressing the fingertips to the floor, and exhale, fold. Inhale to come up and extend the right foot long. Let's switch sides. Bend the left knee and open out to the side. Bring behind the hip. And again, twist and turn your navel to face the front of the leg. Inhale, lengthen, and exhale, fold. Take the right fingertips onto the floor, press into the floor, twist, and exhale, fold. And you can use the strap, of course, if you need so. And inhale slowly to come up. And come onto your knees now. And take your hands on your calves and draw your fingertips down so that you're moving the calves down and sit down onto the floor. So if you feel any sensitivity in the knees, it would be a sign to take the blanket and place under your hips. And take your hands onto your heels, arch the lower back, and slowly bring your elbows down to the floor. And you can stay up here or slowly lower all the way down. Of course, if the knees are lifting, that's a sign that you should stay upright. Otherwise, come all the way down and take one hand over the head and then the other. You can close your eyes. And then slowly bring your hands back onto your heels. Push into your elbows down into the floor and slowly come up. And sit on your bum. So what we will do is just to finish off. Let me see, we will do the twist. So bring the left heel to the outer right hip and the right foot over the left. Lean back and wedge the left elbow to the outside of the right knee. Inhale, lift, and exhale, twist. And inhale, slowly come up. And switch sides. Take the right heel to the outer hip and cross the left foot to the outer right leg. Take the left hand behind and wedge the right elbow to the outside of the left knee. Inhale, lengthen, and exhale, twist. And inhale, slowly come back. And take your blanket and place in the center of the mat. And just aiming the hip sockets onto the blanket. And this is where we will finish. Shavasana, laying down on the belly. Turn your feet so heels are open out to the sides and big toes touching. Hands, you can just bend the elbows and place your forehead down onto your forearms. And breathe here. And you can stay, of course, here if you wish, just to stay longer, to wind down. Otherwise, take your hands under your shoulders and push back. And come sitting onto the blanket. on the heels. Close your eyes and take your palms in front of the heart. Take a deep breath. Open your navel all the way up into your collarbones. And exhale all the way out. One more time. Inhale. And one more time. Take your thumbs into your third eye chakra and bow to yourself for taking this practice to stretch and release the tension. So those stressful moments, they are not permanent, they are always passing. So you are safe now and you are secure, well prepared for a bedtime. Thank you everyone for joining. Namaste. I hope this practice helped you to release any tension if you had, and prepared you for a lovely and deep, restful sleep. I'll see you all soon.